backwards. Rodgers to throw on second down. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. They are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he's going to go down again. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. In there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Patriots take over. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Buying time to his left. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Let's go, come on. Green 18.
Here's Sproles. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's go, come on. Jumbo! Zoom.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
This is Cohen. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit. That's all right, baby. That's all right. That's all right.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Carr now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr, and complete to the tight end Walker, right side. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now a play fake here on first down. And Walker with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Go. Get set.
Right back to him on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an All-Pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Dawson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And from we're just going to see a knee, and that's it.
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, check 26.
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Ebron caught left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Charles Harris, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw, it's Carr. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Hurry, get set, fellas. 7:34.
Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mark Barron. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Blue 58.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Hurry, get set, fellas.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Going up top. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're indeed going for it as they will fumble. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Sproles. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lit. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Kenny Clark coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Back now in Jacksonville. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
We got 3. We got 3.
319.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll get it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still three-score game, though, fourth quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
808.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
No one ran the ball more than the Jaguars in 2017, and we could very well see another carry here on 3rd and short. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Carr now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Randy Gregory in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Carr got to have this one. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Charles Harris in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket and take it right on the 30. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here.
I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Carr. He locates Walker, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Carr to throw again. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Delaney Walker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Rodgers throwing here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Rodgers to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. One final try now for Carr. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Cameron Wake in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think